Hey everyone, good morning or afternoon or evening wherever you are. It's late morning for me here and I'm just taking a walk today. Walks always help me just get into my body and helps me clear my mind, helps me process stuff. So one of the things that I've been thinking about lately as it relates to recovery is this idea of conditions. And let me explain. When I was in early recovery, I remember thinking, and I don't even know if it was a conscious thought or not, but I remember thinking that I can maintain my sobriety if this or that doesn't happen. But if this or that happens, then I'm not sure if I can stay sober. And for me, it was something like if I lost a loved one, if I lost a parent, I don't know if I could stay sober. And again, I don't even think it was something I was conscious of, but when that thing happened, when that moment happened, and it happens to all of us, if we're alive long enough or if we're sober long enough, you experience loss. You experience difficult events in your life. And then you're faced with a choice. Do we let that thing or that event, do we place conditions on our recovery, or is our recovery unconditional? So for me, what happened was I lost a loved one. I lost my stepmother, and then a few years later, I lost my father. And I remember being in the middle of those difficult moments, difficult periods of my life, and I remember thinking, oh wow, drinking or doing drugs is the last thing I want to do at this time. Because if I did, I would not only still have to experience and go through the loss and the grief of losing a loved one, but then I'd have active addiction on top of that to just make it worse. So that's when I became really, really clear about the fact that my recovery has to be unconditional. That no matter what goes on, whether it's a tragedy or whether it's a great blessing or gift and everything in between, I have to put my recovery first, and I can't allow there to be conditions on my recovery. So I say that to all of you just as a question. Do you have conditions on your recovery? Do you have conditions on your happiness, actually? Do there certain things have to be in place in your life in order for you to feel a sense of happiness or joy? Or are you hinging, or are you attaching that to a particular outcome, whether or not something happens in your life or whether or not something comes into your life? What I've had to learn is that I have to be able to make my recovery and my happiness unconditional and not dependent upon whether or not certain things happen or don't happen. So just something to think about. Food for thought today. Food for thought today. All right. Enjoy the rest of your day or your evening, and see you all again soon. Bye.